So before this video gets started, if you are an Uber driver, a Lyft driver, or a gig worker and you want paid time off, if you want paid time off, sick leave, you want protection if you get into accidents, if you want income protection, if you want protection if you ever get deactivated, hospitalized, if you ever do get deactivated and you want your account back as well, there's a brand new company that just launched and they got $1.6 million in funding. They're doing same day cash transfers to drivers, to gig workers for, paid time off, all that stuff. If you want that, the company's called Cover. And if you use my link down below, you get 30 days for free. It does start at $7 a month. But again, if you use my link, you get 30 days for free. No commitments, no annual contracts. You can cancel and pause at any time. The company's called Cover. At least check it out. At least click my link down below and accept that gift of 30 days for free. And now let's get on to the video. Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the Rideshare Hub. My name's Dylan. Thank you so much for coming by. I really do appreciate it. In today's video, we're talking about how Uber CEO said they are potentially most likely shutting down in California, and also now this is also breaking news. The Lyft CEO also said on a conference call that they are also probably shutting down. They said they are shutting down if the court ruling doesn't get overturned within the next 7 days, which in my opinion and everyone's opinion, it's not getting overruled. It's a superior court judge who ruled this, that Uber and Lyft drivers have to be employees. Uber and Lyft said, fine, we're gonna shut down our apps. So that's absolutely crazy. If you're an Uber and a Lyft driver in any other state and you want access to paid time off, sick leave, benefits, protections, seriously, check out Cover. It starts at $7 a month. You get access to all those things. But if you use my link, it's 30 days for free just to try it out. So I highly recommend that because it basically covers all the gaps between gig working and employee. And again, it's free for 30 days if you use my link. So here we go. Uber and Lyft threatened to temporarily shut down in California over labor disputes. This is by Graham Rapier, August 12th, 2020. So, just 4:58 p.m. Sorry, I know I'm 12 hours late to this, 15 hours, 16 hours late, but here we go. Obviously, people have been protesting about, Uber drivers have been protesting about this for a while, but this is huge breaking news because they've never actually shut down their apps. Let me pause this song, it's Taylor Swift. Both Uber and Lyft said they could temporarily shut down in California if forced to consider their drivers employees. So this is a long time, battle that the government has been trying to force Uber and Lyft to make all their drivers employees. And Uber and Lyft obviously don't want to do that because they don't want to pay taxes and they don't want to, give their drivers a set wage because they've been underpaying drivers for years. And yes, I'm confident in saying that because if they weren't underpaying drivers, why would they be upset? They would say, okay, yeah, no problem. But they realize that they're gonna have to pay drivers a lot of money. Car expenses, overtime pay, paid time off, minimum wage at least. Yeah, it's nuts. Health insurance, all that stuff. A group of companies that rely on independent contractors so they rely on independent contractors, Uber and Lyft. And a lot of these gig companies, they rely on independent contractors for cheap labor. It's really like a form of hiring people to work under minimum wage to do your company, but they do it in such a weird way. They pay per trip, so people kind of assume that it's not minimum wage, but in reality, in a lot of cases, I've made personally under minimum wage working these apps a lot of times. I went out and did Postmates the other day. I worked 2 hours. I barely made $20, for instance. I went out and did Uber the other day for an hour. I made $12. And sure, you might think, oh, $12, Dylan, that's minimum wage. But yeah, think about all the miles I had to put on my car. That's expenses right there. Oh, you might say, oh, that's a tax deduction. It's a tax deduction, but that doesn't mean it's a tax credit. There's a difference. Look it up. I'm sorry, but sometimes I gotta respond to these comments throughout the videos because you guys crack me up. And some of you guys don't believe in car depreciation either. Oh my gosh. Some people driving a brand new 2020 car for Uber, putting on 30, 40, 50,000 miles a year on it and think you're like profiting. I'm like, you are losing so much money on that car. You just took a $30,000 car, then when you try to go and resell it, or even if you don't try to resell it, you still probably owe more money on the car than it's actually worth. You're gonna be stuck with a car payment for the rest of your life. Uber and Lyft could temporarily shut down in California. Yeah. Uber CEO, okay, here's the big announcement, guys. Uber CEO told MSNBC Wednesday morning that it's hard to believe that we'll be able to switch our model to full-time employment quickly, after a judge stated that Uber, Lyft, and other gig work companies must reclassify drivers and couriers as employees. Lyft made its threat on a conference call on Wednesday afternoon based on the same ruling. Executives said the shutdown could occur as soon as August 20th. So mark your calendars, guys. That's in 7 days from now. Executives, the state makes up about 16% of Lyft's total rides. Wow, so they're gonna lose 16% of their total rides. Uber said the shutdown could last until the companies stay on the court ruling, which are requested in filings Tuesday night. So that's gonna be on, the 18th. So August 18th, guys, for Uber, and then August 20th for Lyft. Otherwise, it could continue until the voters decide on Prop 22, which would allow the company to classify drivers as contractors. So if you guys don't know, Uber proposed a bill called Prop 22, which they want the public, actual citizens, like everyone, to vote on whether Uber and Lyft drivers should be employees and or independent contractors. So I guess if they win that, then they're in the clear. But until then, until November 22, so they're gonna be gone from 18th. So that's gonna be 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. A little over 3 months, or over? Yeah, a little over 3 months, guys, that Uber's gonna be off. No, you can't order an Uber ride in California for 3 months. The reclassification as employees would give workers access to benefits and other perks of a full-time employment that activist groups have been fighting for over the years. It would also create massive overhead expenses for the companies whose business models largely rely on independent contractors and low labor costs. If you've been driving for Uber, you have to understand how little you're making. I'm sorry, but because of all the expenses you put on your car, and maybe it works out for a bit. I signed up for Uber and Lyft to pay off credit cards. I decided that, I was gonna take the hit on my car and I was gonna pay off my car and credit cards. That's what I want to do. But if you, seriously, and if you haven't done the math on it, because trust me, you might think I'm joking, but I've talked to a lot of people who say, oh no, I just go out and drive. I don't really care about how long I drive or how many miles I put on my car. I just care about the, how much money I'm getting. If I go out and make $100, I'm fine. Guys, you seriously need to be doing the math on how many hours you're putting in, how many miles you're putting on your car, and how much you're taking home, and how much expenses you're paying for gas, wear and tear, depreciation on your car. All those are expenses. Depreciation is an expense. Yeah, do the math, guys. Please, please, please. Sit down and go out and drive for Uber for a week and write down how many miles you put in your car and how much you spend in gas. You'll be surprised. We've got terrific supporters of Prop 22 in the community as well, who actually care about drivers versus labor unions and politics. They actually are taking into account. So yeah, I honestly don't know what I'm gonna vote for. I'm curious, are you guys gonna vote for independent contractors or employees on Prop 22? Anyways, make sure to subscribe, because I'm gonna make an update once this all we're in the middle of it. In 7 days, Uber's either gonna shut down or they're gonna overrule it. So yeah, make sure to subscribe, because I'm gonna be making update videos going over breaking news as they come out firsthand. Yeah, you don't wanna miss it. Give the video a big thumbs up if you appreciate this video, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye, guys.